State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Christina B. Kennedy. During proceedings, there should be no driving, smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, or laying down. Do not start your video or mute your device unless the court instructs you to do so. And if there's anything that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see, please walk away from the camera quietly. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Christina V. Kennedy. I'll preside over the docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. Before we get started, can you all do me a favor? If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, good. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to reiterate Officer Wallace's instruction that if there's anything that you don't want the rest of the world to see you doing, you please make sure before you do it, you turn your camera off or you completely step away from your device. We are streaming these proceedings live over YouTube. That means that anybody in the world can join us and see. So if you need to do something like use the bathroom or change your clothes or something like that, in order to prevent any embarrassment, please make sure you have completely turned your, completely stepped away from your device or you turn your camera off. All right. Let's see. We have a somewhat moderate docket today. I'm going to call all the cases on the docket at one time. Please listen out for your name, case number, or address. Please do not say anything until I have called all of the cases on the docket. Once I call all of the cases on the docket, I will give you all some information, and then I will ask for the plaintiff's attorneys to place their appearances on the record. If the plaintiff is unrepresented, I'll ask for the plaintiff to place your name on the record, and then I'll do the same thing for the defendant. At that time, please turn your camera on if it is not already on. Unmute your device and state your name. And if you called in, meaning you dialed a telephone number to join us, you would dial *6 to unmute. Okay? Grab an ink pen. All right. Remember, I'm calling them all at one time. Now calling case number 24349-870, Evernest LLC versus Sherry Crosby and all other occupants of 15260 East Burn Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-871, Evernest LLC versus Lanice Johns and all other occupants of 12740 Mendota Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-924. This is Village Square Apartments versus Damon Harrell and all occupants of 10703 Santa Maria, apartment 49 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-925. Village Square Myers Road LLC versus Tomiko Plain and all occupants of 10641 Santa Maria, apartment 24 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-926. Westgate Terrace Apartments LLC versus Aurelia Daniels and all occupants of 14150 Dale Street, apartment 110 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-927, Gabriel Management LLC versus Danielle Mallet, Daza Armstead, and all occupants of 10235 Whittier, number 5 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-928, Gabriel Management LLC versus Deshae Dyer, and all occupants of 2410 Highland in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-929, Gabriel Management LLC versus Amber Hinkins and all occupants of 11018 Hayes Street, number 6 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24349-930, Gabriel Management LLC versus Tiara Tresvant and all occupants of 3017 Buena Vista Street, number 104 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24349-931, Midwest Crane LLC versus Kwame Finn and all occupants of 525 West Lafayette, apartment 15D in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24349-932, Village Square Apartments versus Milton Jones Jr. and all occupants of 10641 Santa Maria, apartment 14 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24349-943, Sierra E. Smith versus Jeffrey D. Pierce Jr. This is for property located at 7300 Ellsworth Street in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24349-944, Sierra E. Smith versus Carlissa Weathers and Gregory Mathis. This is for property located at 7326 Ellsworth Street in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24349-955, George Corsetti versus Gerard Thomas. This is for property located at 3967 Buckingham in the city of Detroit. The next case is off of the 1:35 p.m. docket. This is case number 24348-570, Jill Johnson versus Deshaun Gee, spelled G-E-E. This is for property located at 7312 American in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent, as well as complaints to recover possession of property. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing to be held in these matters. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to a new court date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. Your next court date will be on September 6th, 2024. September 6th, 2024 is the next time the court will call the cases that I've called today. Your next court date will be held in person down at the 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. I'm in courtroom 433, so you need to come to courtroom 433 again on September 6th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. If you're logged into this session via a tablet or a smartphone, you should be able to access the Zoom chat. Madam Clerk, just type the information about the next court date into the Zoom chat. You can go into that chat and screenshot it if you would like to. Otherwise, please write the information down. Although the court will mail notices to appear with the information about the next court date to everyone, in case those notices get lost, I do like to make sure that everyone has recorded the information about the next court date. Plaintiffs, you are to bring with you to the next court date. If you have not already filed the following documents, you need to bring it with you to court in paper format: a copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement, a copy of the most up-to-date rental ledger, a copy of the completed proof of service, and if there's a property management agreement in place, I need a copy of that as well. Again, plaintiffs, I need the deed, the lease agreement, the property management agreement, the most up-to-date rental ledger, and a completed proof of service. Your failure to provide those documents at the next court hearing could result in dismissal of your case. So please make sure you bring those documents in paper format to court with you if you have not already filed them, all right? Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, you need to bring that with you to court on September 6th, and it needs to be in paper format. Specifically, I am speaking of payment receipts or pictures or anything that supports your defense. Please reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on September 6th at 8:30 a.m. Please don't bring your cell phone in here and ask me to scroll through the cell phone to look at payment receipts or photos. I don't feel comfortable scrolling through people's cell phones, and more importantly, I cannot put your cell phone in the file as evidence. So if you have any evidence, this goes for the plaintiffs or the defendants. If you have any evidence that supports your claim or your defense, you need to reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on September 6th. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged into our Zoom session here today. They are here to speak to you, the defendant tenants, to provide you with legal advice for today, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that would be free of charge to you. At the end of your hearing today, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you are logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you will receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It will take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you actually dialed a telephone number to join this Zoom session today, you do not have to worry about a prompt. Once I ask for your transfer, the transfer will take place automatically. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you will be in there by yourself for a little while. You will not be able to hear or see. Sorry, my Zoom just dropped off. Can you all still hear me?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Thank you. Once you get into the breakout room, you will not be able to hear or see what's going on in the main session, and we in the main session won't be able to hear what's going on with you in the breakout room. That is so that you can have a private conversation with your attorney. Please have patience. Please don't start pressing buttons, raising your hands, sending me chats, or coming back out into the main session unprompted. That will just distract me and slow down the rest of the docket. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. Defendants, once you're done speaking to the agency attorneys, you are free to log off. But please make sure you come back to court on September 6th at 8:30 a.m. That is in person in courtroom 433. If you do not come to court on September 6th at 8:30 a.m., a default judgment will be entered against you. And plaintiffs, if you do not come to court on September 6th at 8:30 a.m., your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court timely on September 6th. With all of that being said, for matters ending in 870 and 871, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Jeff Kennedy. It's Attorney Paul Spagnuolo. My P number is 7236, and I'm here on behalf of the plaintiff in those two matters.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Spagnuolo. For matter ending in 870, is Cherie Crosby or any occupant of 15260 East Burn Street present? Please dial *6 and state your name.
Cherie Crosby present.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Crosby. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you in person on September 6th at 8:30 a.m. That's in person in courtroom 433. You're on a telephone, and so you're about to be automatically transferred. Can I have someone transfer Cherie Crosby into a breakout room? Have a good day, Ms. Crosby. That concludes the matter ending in 870. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. For matter ending in 871 is Lanice Johns or any occupant of 12740 Mendota Street present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in. Attorney Spagnuolo, I do not have a proof of service in the file. Do you know if the defendant has been served or not?
Yes, Judge, I have in possession a proof of service reflecting by attachment on what appears to be the 8th of July at 8:51. And I have a certificate of mailing, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, based on your representation as an officer of the court that the defendant was served, the court is going to proceed with this first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This first hearing will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 6th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433 in person. As with all of the cases today, if the defendant does appear in our Zoom session before we end our session today, the defendant will have an opportunity to speak to an agency attorney. That concludes the matter ending in 871. Thank you, Attorney Spagnuolo. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Judge. You and your staff have a great weekend.
Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Matters ending in 924, 925, 926, 927, 928, 929, 9:30, 9:31, and 9:32. Can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. William Colbert, P4966, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Colbert. For matter ending in 924, is Damon Harrell or any occupant of 10703 Santa Maria, apartment 49 present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in on this case, Attorney Colbert. I do have a proof of service, and so the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property. This matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 6th of this year at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 924. For matter ending in 925 is Tamiko Plain or any occupant of 10641 Santa Maria, apartment 24 present.
Yes,
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
Tamiko Plain.
Ms. Plain, you are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you on the date and time indicated on the record. I'm going to ask you to be transferred. Please follow the prompt. Can someone please transfer Tamiko Plain into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 925. Have a good day, Ms. Plain. Thank you. For matter ending in 926 is Aurelia Daniels or any occupant of 14150 Dale Street, apartment 110 present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Please state your name for the court reporter.
Aurelia Daniels.
All right, Ms. Daniels, you are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you on the date and time indicated at 8:30 a.m. I guess I already said that. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Daniels into a breakout room? Just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 926.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Matter ending in 927 is Danielle Mallet, Daza Armstead, or any occupant of 10235 Whittier, number 5 present.
Present.
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
Danielle Mallett.
Okay, Ms. Mallet, you are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll see you on the date and time previously stated on the record. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Mallet into a breakout room? Ms. Mallet, just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. That concludes the matter ending in 927. Have a good day. Do we know who this Jill is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks. All right. For matter ending in 928 is Deshae Dyer or any occupant of 2410 Highland present.
Yes,
Please state your name.
Dashe Dyer.
All right, Ms. Dyer, you are the defendant on this complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
All right, we'll see you on the date and time indicated in person in courtroom 433. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Dyer into a breakout room? Just follow the prompt, Ms. Dyer, when it comes across your screen. Have a good day. Thank you.
You too, thank you.
Welcome. That concludes matter ending in 928. For matter ending in 929 is Amber Hinkins or any occupant of 11018 Hayes Street, number 6 present.
Yes, I am.
Good afternoon. What is your name, please?
Amber.
You broke up. Can you say it again, please?
Yes, and good afternoon, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. Good afternoon to you, Ms. Hinkins. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes,
Okay, we'll see you on the date and time indicated. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Hinkins into a breakout room? Ms. Hinkins, just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 929. Matter ending in 930 is CR433 or any occupant of 3017 Buena Vista, number 104 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant failed to check in. There is a proof of service in the file. Therefore, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 6th of this year at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 930. For matter ending in 931 is Kwame Finn or any occupant of 525 West Lafayette, apartment 15D present.
Yes,
Please state your name.
Kwame Finn.
Mr. Finn, you are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Oops. We will see you in person on the date and time indicated. In courtroom 433. Can I have someone transfer Kwame Finn into a breakout room? Please follow the prompt, Mr. Finn. That concludes the matter ending in 931. Have a good day. For matter ending in 932 is Milton Jones Jr. or any occupant of 10641 Santa Maria, apartment 14 present.
Yes,
Good afternoon. What is your name?
Milton Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, you are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
All right, we'll see you in person on the date and time indicated previously on the record. Can I have someone transfer Milton Jones into a breakout room? Mr. Jones, just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 932. I think that's it for you, Attorney Colbert. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you. All right, for matters ending in 934, I'm sorry, 943 and 944, is Sierra Smith present? Please turn on your camera, unmute yourself and state your name.
Sierra Smith, Your Honor.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Smith. All right, for matter ending in 943 is Jeffrey D. Pierce Jr. present?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. What is your name for the court reporter?
Jeffrey Pierce Jr.
All right, Mr. Pierce, you are the defendant in this matter. Ms. Smith, you're the plaintiff. This is a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Smith, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what about you, Mr. Pierce?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I will see you both here in person on the date and time indicated. Mr. Pierce, please follow the prompt. Give me 1 second, please. Attorney Boyke, you've been made co-host. All right, just follow the prompt, Mr. Pierce, and it'll take you into the breakout room. That concludes the matter ending in 943. Have a good day.
You too, thank you.
You're welcome. For matter ending in 944 is Carlissa Weathers or Gregory Mathis present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon. One at a time. Can you state your names for the court reporter?
Carlissa Weathers.
Okay.
Gregory Mathis.
All right. Good afternoon to you both. Mr. Mathis and Ms. Weathers, you're the defendant. Ms. Smith, you're the plaintiff. This is a complaint for non-payment of rent. Ms. Weathers, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
What about you, Mr. Mathis?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Smith, is the same date as your previous case. So I'll see you all here in person on September 6th at 8:30 a.m. Can I have someone transfer Carlissa Weathers and Gregory Mathis into a breakout room? You should both just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. Ms. Smith, please make sure you bring all of the documents that I stated are necessary when you come to court on September 6th, and you're free to log off.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 944. For matter ending in 955 is the plaintiff George Corsetti present.
Yes, I am.
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
George Corsetti.
All right, Mr. Corsetti, you are the plaintiff in this matter. Is Farrar Thomas present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in. Mr. Corsetti, I don't have a proof of service for this case. Let's see here if there's one indicated in the Register of Actions.
I got a proof of service that it was made on 6 July by map.
So our hold on, let me check something. All right, the Register of Actions indicates that there was a proof of service filed. It says for substituted service though. Did you file a motion for substituted service in this case, sir?
No, I did not. Mine indicates it was served to the occupant at 6:35 a.m. on 7/6/24.
Okay, all right, so this is what I'm going to do. I will adjourn this matter to a subsequent hearing to take place on the date and time that I gave to everyone else. That'll be September 6th at 8:30 a.m. in person. Please make sure you bring that proof of service. I'll need to see it before I move forward on the case, okay?
Mhm.
All right, and also please bring everything else that I indicated. It looks like there's a deed in here, so if there's a lease agreement, I think I see one as well. Anything else that you need to support your claim, sir, make sure you bring it to court on September 6th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes matter ending in 955. Have a good day. You're free to log off. For matter ending in 570, is the plaintiff Jill Johnson present? If so, please turn on your camera, unmute yourself, and state your name.
Jill Johnson.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Johnson. And is the defendant Deshaun Gee present?
Yes.
Please turn on your camera and state your name.
Deshaun G.
All right, good afternoon to you, Mr. Gee. Ms. Johnson, you are the plaintiff. Mr. Gee, you are the defendant. Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't know what that was. Ms. Johnson, did you get the information about the next court date?
Is there any way I could get a sooner court date? It's a financial hardship for the owner of the property. I sent you a letter regarding this matter. Did you receive it?
Don't have a letter in the file. And
Do you have
I
photos?
would not be able to consider the letter unless you had served the other party. But ma'am, I'm giving you dates based on our docket availability. The reason that your next court date is scheduled September 6th is because all of my other court dates are full for this agency. So, you know, that's just the way it works out. It's a very busy courtroom, very busy docket. All right.
Okay, and you said to consider the information, I have to give it to the plaintiff as well?
You are the plaintiff, are you not?
The defendant?
Yes, anything that you file in court, and this is in any court, the other side has to receive a copy. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Mr., is it Gee or G? I'm sorry, I forgot just
G.
that quickly. Gee?
G.
Okay, Mr. G. Okay, Mr. G. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
All right, so I'll see you both here in person on the date and time indicated. Mr. G, I'm going to have someone send you a prompt. Please tap the prompt when it comes across your screen. It'll take you into the breakout room. Ms. Johnson, please make sure you bring all of the documentation that I indicated is necessary for us to move forward at the next court date. That includes the deed. It looks like there's a lease agreement in here, and I also need an up-to-date rental ledger, okay?
Okay, and I did submit it, so it should be coming to you any moment now. It was submitted to the court.
All right,
Okay,
I see a lease agreement in here. I see a lease agreement, and it looks like I just don't see the deed. That's what I don't see. So hopefully, you know, it'll be here when you get here. Let me check the register of actions to see if it indicates that it has been filed.
Thank you.
My register of actions does not reflect that it has been filed. So you may want to bring a copy with you to court at the next court date of September 6th, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, that concludes this matter. You're free to log off. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and that concludes the 1:30 docket for courtroom 433 for July 12th, 2024. Thank you to the agency attorneys. Thank you to my court staff. Thank you to the litigants and the plaintiff's attorneys. Everyone, please have a great weekend.